Hello everybody, you asked me to do a guide for the tower, but for adventure mode rather than apocalypse. That's what I'm going to do here in this video. Now, by the way, it's quite similar build to the apocalypse. In fact, you can actually get well with just a few items that are the core key to success there. Other ones I just even sometimes made a mistake and missed, and it doesn't matter. You're going to be strong enough to eliminate everything anyways. But let's dive into it, and I'm going to explain to you the build that I use and how I actually use it. Alright, so let's begin. So first of all, regarding the 4th floor, I'm not going to bore you with this. I just took enchantment points for all of them. Again, the most important thing for me is make sure that I can put enchantment points and be strong with the items that I wanted to use. So keep in mind, the only thing that I can actually use is Snowball. Alright, that's what I use here in the Mercenary Armor, which is the default one again for Season 1 Tower. Alright, now just one tip I recommend, if you see that you get hit by archers, just shoot them with your bow, one shot or maybe two. As you close distance, they get staggered, and you can actually then attack them with your melee. This is a way not to get hit by archers as you close distance to them. Alright, of course you can just zigzag and just let them miss, but again, this is really kind of a nice way to actually do this. As you can see here, I can stun enemies. That's why I'm more active, because I know that the snowball will actually stun the enemies. Very useful at the start. Alright, floor 4 cleared. Floor 5. Here, for a change, I take the Starless Knight. Right? It's very, very powerful, especially all those choke point levels that some people seem to have really trouble with. Of course, it depends on the build. Whether it will be easier for you depends on what you take. And of course, I'm going to show you. I also made a terrible mistake, by the way, of just being very, very arrogant with my build. You're going to see this as well. But again, otherwise, I shouldn't have done even one time. I mean, easily. So this is one of the level people have some trouble with for floor 5. Alright. So here I can see it's very easy once you get a big beastie. Because your weapon does lots of damage. You can easily eliminate it. Then focus on the small ones. Alright, so just get up, let the beastie come to you, and then eliminate it, and then otherwise it's a piece of cake, right? Eliminate all enemies. Now keep in mind, you can go with different builds, but again, the golem is really a really safe, cowardly, I say, way to actually do things, because again, it takes the aggro, it gets also, it is good damage, very beefy, so really, really useful. Again, if you haven't finished it just yet, well, make sure you get the golem, super, super useful. You don't really need to get him to very high level, although at some point you can actually replace it, but make sure you actually put it on the left side before you go and choose another one, so you can replace it in slot 1. I don't know why they do this, by the way, but that's how it is. So actually you can do with relatively low one pretty well. Here I'm taking enchantment points. Of course, check everything. Maybe you want to take something else, but again, I recommend getting lots of enchantment points early on, especially if you don't have anything special, instead of just switching different weapons all the time, where you're actually not actually investing in something powerful, because you can't get enough enchantment points to actually have your good gear actually very good, right? Because again, the enchantments are very, very useful. These are actually the ones that makes either the armor and the weapon very, very powerful. So make sure you get enough enchantment points. So here I got one more. Yeah, very easy. And move on to the next one. Level 7 cleared. Move on to... So here, get Ironite Amulet. Of course, very, very useful. Really, it significantly reduces the damage. But this is a low power one. So just keep in mind, just use it when you feel you need to. Alright, floor 8 is very easy. Nothing to talk about. Just eliminate enemies. You can spawn your beast, of course, just to protect you, and that's it. Very easy. Alright. So as you can see here, by the way, I'm searching what to take, checking the armor, but there's nothing really that stands out for me that I want to take, and I decided just to go with an enchantment point. Now, next one is the Powersmith, and here you can actually decide. There are different options. Again, I can actually do good with Ironite Amulet upgrading the golem, but I actually prefer the golem. Make it more, durable, sustain more damage, so you won't die quickly as I progress. And yeah, that's what I decided. It's a good choice. It's a good choice. Of course, it's not the only choice you can choose, but it's a good choice to make it more beefy, so you can deal even more damage. So this is the first boss. Very easy, by the way. You can actually stand in the middle and hit it until you eliminate it. Use, of course, Iron and Amulet. Then if you see it's a bit tight, you can actually just tow around and get around enemies. It's very easy. Just make sure that, you know, don't play. I enjoy really, you know, towing around until I kind of die, stretching it out. But again, you don't have to do this. You can actually just move around. Here we can see I'm actually spawning bees as well, which is useful because they get aggro. They're nice. Again, this is just because on my Starlight I actually invested in it, so I get an extra pat to the damage. As you can see, the damage is very, very high. If there are also close by enemies, they will die because of the extra damage. Alright, here I'm going with enchantment points. Again, if I went with the soul bead with the lightning rod, I could have choose the soul robe and upgrade it to unique later on. But again, we don't need this. Alright, as you can see here, I have the busy bee. Yeah, you don't have to, but I actually enjoy it, you know. I see can upgrade moving on to the combat floor. Now the combat floor is very, very easy. Again, nothing really to write home about. Just eliminate the enemies and move on. Alright, floor 11 cleared. And we move on. Here you can see there are different options. But for me, it was very easy choice. I just went again with enchantment points. Nothing that actually I need for the build. And there's no reason to just switch to other things and just waste a point. They're very, very important to get enchantment points when you see there's nothing really good that you see that actually fits your build. And for me, of course, the easy thing was just going with enchantment points. Of course, I'm just checking everything. But again, that's easy choice. Alright, again, there are many levels that are easy. And some of them can be tricky if you don't have the right items. And those will actually, I'm going to explain a bit more when you get there. Alright, upgrading the busy bee so I can get more bees. When I limit enemies, this is great. Alright, floor 12 by the way is also very easy. Just again, make sure you, it kind of stuck, so I just respawn it, just pressing again, so it spawned next to me. Again, very easy floor, just limit enemies. When you have your golem, it's just a piece of cake. Yeah, you don't even need to engage directly, maybe just wait for the golem to come. You can actually stay very close to the golem because you're going to stun enemy, so we get hit less. Because again, you have snowball, don't forget about that. Just eliminated the... Anyway, very easy. Let's move on. Alright, with floor 12 cleared, here there are different options. I personally recommend, it's also lots of fun. You don't have to do this, by the way. You can still have a good build without this, but it can be useful. Very useful at situations, especially the upcoming level, Love Medallion. It actually turns enemies into allies. They fight for you for a period of time, and then they just die. Alright, so basically you can eliminate them, but you still use them as pets for a short time, which can be really fun also and useful. Especially if there are, for example, creepers. This was really almost die here, by the way. But there are creepers. I'm just here just too into it. You shouldn't play like I'm playing right here, by the way. You can stay back, observe the dangers, because I almost died just because, you know, I was, you see? Now, Love Medallion can be very good, especially when you have creepers. Just make sure that you don't get too into the fight in the middle, because creepers can actually explode on you. Keep your distance a bit, observe the dangers, and you'll be just fine. Now here I choose the plate armor, because if I upgrade this to unique, I'm going to get, of course, one of the most powerful armor in the game, the full metal armor, alright? And you want that. At least, you know, when you get towards until the end. You don't have to use it in the end, you can actually replace it with one with higher HP, which I did. But again, very, very useful. You can get hits. It has, of course, area HP. Damage reduction. Really, really good armor. Here, by the way, don't go still. Eliminate all the enemies here until it's clear. You can actually hit these bulls where you're actually standing. And just shoot. Push them. Until you get it clear, don't move on. And climb those things, moving whatever this is, tubes, and then you can actually continue. Very easy. Let's move on. Now here what I did, I just got another enchantment point. Really, I was tempted to get, by the way, but decided not to. And yeah. Alright, floor 15, nothing really to talk too much about. Very, very easy. Now here I was kind of tempted whether to go with the Void Touch Blade, but again, decided not to. Get another enchantment points. If I have doubts, I'm not going with this. I'm going to wait for something better. And this Starlight can at least serve me a bit more, just a bit more, a few levels more. After all, I'm getting a path, which I can actually have more time to do more hits. I'm just upgrading the cowardice here, as you can see. But again, make sure you keep your distance so you can actually make advantage of it, because if you get hit, it's not will activate. It will not activate. Here just activate the love medallion, by the way. It's very easy. Just go to the middle and just clear everything out. Alright, go to the middle, clear. I'm just showing you a bit more. I saw some people having just a bit of trouble there. Just go to the middle, use the love medallion. And the other one are stuck, by the way. What you can do is use the love medallion to eliminate them, or just move from there and they will eventually go up. I'll just look, for example, this one got stuck, so I'll just use the love medallion. You can actually get an angle and shoot it, but it's just easier to use the love medallion, and that's it. I try, see it doesn't work, love medallion, and it's open. Don't even need to wait for it to die. Now at this point, the Starlight actually serves us well. I just waited for a good drop, and that's a good drop. We have Exploding, and we have Leeching, which is very, very good, by the way. I was tempting also to get the Mystery Armor, as you can see, but eventually I decided not to because I plan to upgrade to Full Metal Armor just a bit later on. So again, it's time to get rid of the weapon because its power is already low, although it's very high damage, but again, the Exploding will be very beneficial for us very soon, as you can see in a few moments. Alright, so getting this one, Backstabber, and moving on. Now Exploding is very good, especially when enemies kind of go to you, or maybe they're just stuck near your golem, so you can actually really benefit from this. You just get very, very close to him and you can use Exploding. Here, of course, this is one of the level people having troubles with, floor 17. So I'm going to show you this, of course. I'm not going to skip it. I'm using, of course, to get the hits. I use the love medallion. Alright, the love medallion allows you to get the golem, not the golem, this is beast, I don't know what's their name. Anyway, just hit and then I can actually attack, right? Very easy, especially when you have Exploding. With the Explode, they deal more damage to nearby enemies. Very easy to clear, as you can see, with this build. Alright, now at this point I'm satisfied with what I have, kind of more or less, and I decided to get both, which I can actually increase, have the damage multiplier. I thought it's a good thing to have. And also we have Poison there, which also increase the poison damage, also increase our melee attack free attack, and also increase the golem damage when it attacks the enemy when I'm actually shooting at. It's actually a good amount of ammo, speed is okay, overall it's a good one. Also deals nice damage, so it's a good choice. So you can see here, I'm upgrading also the poison. Now the poison is good because some enemies will get very, very close and stuck to the, to the golem because it's tanking enemies, so you can just shoot them there, or if you're just in a point where there are many enemies and you want to kind of deal lots of damage over time to a group of enemies, this is the thing to get. By the way, floor 18, forget about, very easy, just eliminate everything and move on. Once we get to our Uniquesmith, we're going to upgrade this to Unique and we can get the Full Metal Armor. Alright, here we go. Right? By the way, not a must, by the way, but I chose it. And we can move on. It will serve me very well in the upcoming levels. Now the next one is, well, as you can see, we are floor 19. We're gonna have a boss fight, right? Every 10 level, boss fight. So now we have a boss fight. Now this one with the love medallion is just, by the way, a joy to use. Basically, it's very easy to avoid these projectiles, but at the beginning at least, try to hit him as much as you can to reduce the damage. Well, you can also shoot with the bow to do the multiplier, and then you can use the love medallion, when enemies attack, then just evade the projectiles, and then you can just dance around it until they get the opportunity again. Very easy. You can also, by the way, shoot with the bow, because again, you're going to deal very good damage over time, and the golem will also deal more damage because of the multiplier. So I'm just getting in again, attacking with the golem. I have love medallion again if I want to, if the enemies, but you can see we're dealing lots of damage. It's very, very easy to clear it up, and I really like engaging with melee. You know my builds, I really love melee, so I prefer like that. But you can stay away, by the way, and just shoot with your arrows. I have plenty of arrows at this time. Alright, finish the second boss. Let's continue. Alright, I don't know why it's not recorded, but I got another enchantment point and I upgraded Void Strike again. Alright, again, this is another easy level, floor 21. Just clear everything up. Very easy, nothing to talk about too much. And let's move on. Now here I have different options, but again, if you don't see anything interesting and still get something that can, is good, just go and buy an enchantment points. Again, it will give you very good benefits as well. So here I'm just checking out. I see there's nothing really something that I want. Going with enchantment point. Now the next floor is the floor that everybody curses. This is probably the hardest floor if you don't have anything, you know, that is actually can, you know, tackle it, right? It's all about the build, right? If you don't have the right build, I'm probably gonna fail. Here I'm just rushing down. I'm not staying at the top, I'm just going down. As you can see, it buys me more time when I'm actually moving, eliminate one of the enemies there, instead of standing up and getting overwhelmed by the enemies. Alright, keep in mind, you can actually use your bow, attacking enemies. I'm trying my best to just clear things up as fast as possible using the love medallion, because it also works on the knights, keep this in mind, right? So we can use the love medallion as well. We also have this kind of area where you can go up, one will spawn, but you can eliminate fast. I'm using healing right now. We'll be fine. I'm using my Ironheart amulet to stay safe. But I need to get out of there. Lots of AoE, guys. Yeah, so it can be very, very tight. Sometimes, you know, things can get out of control, but just make sure you have plenty of actually place at the top left to actually move around. Just hear enemies there. And again, it doesn't take a lot of time. It was better for me to get out before actually than staying there. But I have Ironheart amulet, so I actually took advantage that I'm kind of more protected. Alright? Here I'm just waiting for the cooldown. And for that point, it's very easy. I'm going to take them one by one. And that's about it. It's very, very easy. Alright. I'm not going to skip it, just going to show you using the love medallion again. Waiting for my Ironheart amulet. I'm not rushing, there's no need to rush here, right? There's no timer on your back. So take it easy, take your time. You already, the hard part is actually over. And you can continue again with this build. Just make sure that we also shoot poison. Again, because you just can eliminate enemies faster and increase the damage as well. So make sure you do it. And that's about it. Yeah, everything is most of it is clear, and you just go out. Now this is the problem that I had, and I didn't do it. Here it's better to put the golem on the left side if you want to upgrade it. I didn't do it, and I hope they're gonna fix it because I can't change the position of the artifact. So basically, I wanted the better golem, and I probably would have taken it. But if I take it, it just replaces the first slot, which is very unfortunate because I would have actually replaced it. Instead of getting enchantment point, make it more stronger and beefier. But you can, by the way, stay with this like that. And enchantment point is again another good option. It's not like really I'm stuck with really something bad. I check enchantment point instead. But otherwise I probably would have upgraded. But it's not a must, by the way. It's more about just, you know, taking enemies a bit, you know, and then you're gonna clear everything fast. So yeah, nothing I could do. Took enchantment points. Move on. Now here, instead of going and just dealing with all the mass in floor 23, just trigger them, go up, and then you can shoot, by the way, deal damage with the poison. And make sure you go down, because then you can actually segment them and you don't need to deal with all of them at the same time. So if you just go down, they will come to you, you eliminate them, then go up, and then we can deal, especially with the Enderman. You can actually attack your beast, by the way, here actually eliminated it. But I can just, instead of fighting all the enemies and the Elderman, I'm just going to the left and I'm just fighting myself. I think I can spawn. I also have my medallion just in case some enemies come, by the way. But again, I'm not going to risk it. Why risk it? Why? There's no timer. So that's what I do. After I spawn also my golem, and we attack the golem, and we finish him and we finish the others. Anyway, not a big deal to do all of this. Let's move on. Here I'm actually changing my weapon. This one served me very, very well, but now I'm going to upgrade to one that is 12 power more. And we have Leeching, and we have, of course, Guarding Strike, which is amazing. So, of course, I'm going to buy it. It's a good buy, and I decided to use it. Great. Immediately I upgraded those two. A must. Here, actually, you don't need to choose anything if you like. Just keep it for something else. But you can use it with Busy Bee if you like. I like Busy Bee, even if I have, by the way, small chance. Because again, when you actually spawn it, you know, it's just another tanky character. Tanky. It's not very beefy, but, you know, it can deal damage and also get the attention of enemies. Alright, next level, floor 24. Very easy. Again, enemies just scatter around, clear them all, finish them, move on. And if there's enemies stuck, I'm not stuck, but up there you don't want to go all around, just use the medallion and that's it. The door will open if it's the last one. That's it. Now at this spot we're gonna say bye-bye to the medallion. We don't need it. It serves us very, very well. We're gonna get Gong of Weakening, of course. And by the way, it's not a must again, but it's very, very useful, right? Reduces the incoming damage, increase your damage a lot. So basically it's just get it basically, but it's not a must. I can actually finish it without this. but it's very, very useful. All right. Especially now we're gonna deal with an Enderman and the Ghast. Again, you have plenty of things to deal with this, of course, because once you engage, you also have the ability to use the Gong, and you have Iron Amulet. So it's very, very easy. Anyway, clear things up here fast. When you attack the Ghast, make sure you use the bow a bit to increase the damage multiplier, make the damage multiplier, and also use your Iron Amulet. If you see that, you know, you are not protected, you can actually wait a bit and go again to the second time. You actually hit very, very hard, so take your time. Go in the second time, shoot it, and bye-bye. Now for that point on, you already had a build to finish everything, right? You don't actually need to buy anything here if you don't want to. But again, I decided just to drop the metal armor and just get the Beast armor because it has higher HP and it has cooldown and potion barrier. I mean, it's great as well, so I decided to just get it. Again, you can play around with things, but this ability you see here will allow you to finish everything from this point on. But again, higher HP, potion barrier, cooldown, amazing. I mean, great. Now the first thing I do, of course, is upgrade potion barrier and cooldown, so everything will be ready for me fast. And finally, I'm just getting the sense of, you know, before the tower when you just play, you have a good build that actually do very, very well, and you know. But again, you don't have to do all these changes. I actually thought, oh, what I'm going to invest in, and it doesn't matter. This build will be perfect from now on until the end. I'm not going to spend a lot of time talking this one. Floor 26, finish it, and get out. Here I got bored and decided to just change the path. But you don't have to, again, as I told you. Again, these old changes are not really meaningful anymore. But I just decided to get the tasty bone. Why not? Have a little doggy with me. So yeah, I got it. Now the next level is where I died. I want to show you this. The mistake. I was overconfident there, and by the way, it would be maybe a bit better if there was the golem. But anyway, I just got into all the mess of everything. I even didn't know how I actually died so fast. It was just everything together at the same time. Let me show it to you. So I'm not going to do any fast forward here. Alright? So what are you going to do? We're going to be two big bulls there. Alright? You see, already attacking me. I don't know actually how we got to be honest. I have no idea. Suddenly I have like two bulls. I didn't see him even coming. And he was just there. And I saw, oh, and I died. I have no idea what actually happened. I didn't have a chance to react. But this is just too much. You don't need to go and invest like... this was actually a mistake. Overconfident there. I didn't need to do it. Anyway, I did already. But so I failed. I was like shocked. I mean, what happened there? Here I'm actually activating the potion barrier. But I'm getting a bit back. I realized that if I'm going to do the same mistake with... I don't know, with the cloud there, with the stun, with everything, I'm just going to fail again. And I didn't want to do that. So I'm just getting a bit back, segmenting against the enemies, and just have the bee to help me out. And that's it. From that point, of course, it's very easy. We can just finish it, and that's about it. Right here, again, I thought, oh, I'm going to change the game just for the fun of it. But come on, I'm not going to do this. Getting another enchantment points, as you can see here. It really doesn't matter a lot. And I decided just to go with the Beast Burst. When I actually use the healing potion, there's going to be explosion at the point where the tasty bone is, dealing good damage. Alright, next one is 28. Again, just finish it. Very, very easy. Finish it, move on. Alright, next time I'm getting another enchantment points. Really doesn't matter anymore. I just get it. As I told you, the build is already done long time ago. Many levels before. But yeah, you can play around. Maybe, you know, you want to change a bit, make it more interesting and fun for you, you can do this. Now even the gilded, of course, you can get maybe something nice, but again, it doesn't matter. Whatever you choose will be fine. The build will serve you well at the last boss, which is actually the easiest one in most all the other bosses, right? So just choose, doesn't matter. I'm just checking. You need to actually, there's a bug there. You need to go choose something else, get out, and then you can actually get in and you can see actually what you got. So actually I did check because I didn't realize, hey, wait a second, where is it? So you need to choose something else. So I choose the armor, going back, and I can see the gilded perk. Really bad one, but it doesn't matter. Alright, the last boss. You know, when you get there, you know you finished everything because he is the easiest one. Easiest one. So basically you can go melee if you like, you can just take a bow and shooting from far. I see many actually use them just with a bow because again, why risk it, right? But again, it doesn't matter. You have potion barrier, you have gong, you have that amulet. Doesn't matter. You have probably plenty of arrows to actually have fun with. No, and that's it. So here, just do whatever you like and finish it. I'm doing a combination of both melee, gong, having fun. You don't even need to get to the point where, you know, those two beasts actually spawn, because you don't need to eliminate all the enemies for them to spawn. So you can actually just shoot the dude from far. I'm just taking risks, but this is again, you don't have to. Just going with the melee because I want to hit him from behind, and that's it. And later I just decided, alright, I'm just gonna change back, and then I'm gonna shoot him with the arrow. So you can actually position yourself at the bottom, so it won't get to you, and just shoot him with the arrow. It doesn't matter, you can shoot it from any place. It's the time that he moves is already going to be dead. Again, very, very easy boss. So basically, once you reach out, you know, to a certain half of the 20, you know, 23 or something like that, you're gonna be just fine. Not many changes needed. I'm just finishing there, just sitting, drinking a lemonade, and just waiting him to just drop. You don't need to fight the beasts, as you can see, and not eliminating the other enemies. Just shooting, shooting, shooting. Very easy. You can also bring a better bow if you like, but it doesn't matter. You see, very, very easy. So this is it. What I can tell you, hope you enjoyed this one. This is the build that I use. Fun, lots of proof for actually using other things, and hope you find this one useful. So this is already very long, so make sure you leave a like, subscribe. See you on the next one. Thanks for watching. Cheers.